What's up, guys? My name's PortalCrasher, and welcome back to another episode of ICY, Journey to the White Wasteland. Now, in the last episode, we established that I was the leader of our survivor group, and we are heading out to a place Jerome told us about to try to discover the identity of the bandits who took our friends. So I'm actually going to see what this, bush is. Okay, it's just another hunting location, I guess. But we can do some more hunting. Oh, find a good area to gather some food. Okay, so I wonder if it's like berries. Oh, food and medicinal herbs. Neat. Without having to hunt. That's really cool. So let's... Whoa. That was strange. You're slowly walking on the snow, just like any other day when the weather starts to rapidly change. A storm is coming and you'd better find shelter before it strikes. We must hurry. We don't have much time. As you start walking faster in the desperate search for a decent shelter, but you're far away from any building. Snow starts to fall on the ground, and in just a few minutes it becomes thicker and thicker. Your visibility drops down, and you are barely able to spot what's a few yards from you. April! April, where are you? April's voice is weak and distant. You can barely understand what she says. I'm here. I'm coming. I just stumbled on a rock. Chief, I'm going to find her. I won't leave her alone in the storm. We cannot split up. Can't split up, we're all going to find her. No, take the others to safety. Just light a big fire, we'll find you. Carlos starts running and disappears into the falling snow. You keep walking, hoping to find some place to stay, but your feet sink into the snow, and with each step is harder than the one before. You feel the cold wind on your face, and the snow is completely covering you. If you don't find shelter, you'll die soon. A sudden gust of wind throws you to the ground, and you hit your head on something metallic. A piercing pain flows down all your head and your sight fades for some seconds. Stand up! Please stand up! Don't die here! Eva is tugging you and you immediately recover your senses. After some seconds you finally manage to stand up again, but you're unable to see anyone. The group is completely scattered and you're all alone with Eva. I'm glad you're okay. Let's go... Or did you see the others? Did you see the others? No, I saw you falling on the ground and hitting something, so I came here to see if you were alright. Guess we gotta go. Please hold my hand. I don't want to get lost in the storm. Sure. You keep walking into when you finally find a guardrail and there's a badly damaged fence near it. Keep walking in a straight line. Follow the fence. Follow the guardrail. We're gonna follow the fence. You follow the fence and after a while you spot a big wooden building. Haha, good choice. It isn't the best shelter in the world, but it's better than nothing. Go to the building. You finally found a shelter. It's not a place where you could happily live, but having a little protection from the furious storm is better than walking outside waiting to die of frostbite. The place is cold and you'll need a fire to survive long enough to see the storm fade away. Eva is shaking badly and barely able to speak. I'm so cold. Hug her. Hold on. I'll try to start a fire, or I'll start a fire. I'll start a fire. Just make it quick, please. Start a campfire using the few useful items you find around. It will not last long, but it will hopefully last until the storm ends, allowing you to survive. You and Eva gather around the small fire, craving heat while your entire body seems frozen to the bones. Some warmth finally starts to flow into your hand, and your muscles slowly stop trembling. The time passes and the storm finally ends, leaving behind a clear sky. You feel the temperature raising. Now you only need to find your companions. Eva doesn't seem too healthy, but at least she survived. She stands up and puts her backpack on. I'm ready to go. Let's go find the others. You start gathering your things, while you see a smoke column racing towards the sky. At least someone has survived. It takes a while to reach the place, but finally you see a big pyre burning in front of an isolated house. You see Demetra throwing some wood onto the fire. I was waiting for you, glorious leader. Glad to see you alive. Where are the others? How are you? I'm glad to see you alive. And I'm glad to see you still walking on this frozen world, too. Where are the others? I don't know, my guidance. Is that seriously what she just, called me? The storm scattered us like snowflakes. If we are lucky, they are alive and walking towards this fire. You suddenly hear a distant scream as you would focus on the sound, and as you focus on the sound, you clearly discern the word help. Did you hear that? You start running towards April's voice, and after a few seconds you're able to see the problem. A building collapsed, and Carlos is trapped inside. Thank God you're here. Carlos went inside to do a quick check of the place, and the dang roof collapsed on his head. You can hear Carlos's voice coming from the rubble. I hate this whole world. Let's take him out. Oh, take him out of there. Okay, I thought that meant like, let's kill him. No one will ever know. Are you hurt, Carlos? He seems fine to me. Let's get him out of there. Yeah, that would be very nice of you. You hear some noise, and when you turn to find out where it's coming from, you see Mobilaji running towards you. What's happening here? Carlos is trapped below the rubble. This building looks old. It wasn't a smart idea to go into it right after a storm. The snow's weight broke the roof. Thank God we have our brilliant mind to point out the obvious. Screw you, Carlos. I'm not the one who ignored reason to walk into a deadly trap. You're lucky to be alive. Please, guys, do not fight. We have to save him. It's better to get to work. It will take some time. We need to be careful. The building's only partly collapsed. We don't want to turn it into Carlos's tomb. And does anyone have an idea? We need to be careful. Yes, we need to act with a light hand and patient caution. We'll waste half a day just getting him out of it. More helping, less talking. It's not wasted time. The next time he'll be careful. It's not wasted time. I know. It's just annoying spending time saving him from his own recklessness. You spend some time digging Carlos out, while Mobilaji keeps complaining and April doesn't help the mood. After more than an hour, Carlos is finally free. Oh God, are you okay? Carlos limps to reach a rock and sits on it, holding his right leg with his hand. Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks, guys. Can you walk? Is it broken? You acted like an idiot. Can you walk? It's not that bad. Just give me a few minutes and I'll be able to move. Why did you enter in there? It was clearly dangerous. Look at that wood. It's completely rotted. Shut up. We've been through worse places. I was just unlucky, that's all. Unlucky? You were an idiot. We were scattered around and you decided to enter in there? It's just stupid. Go to heck. Do you think you're some sort of wise man? Stay calm. That's not the right moment. Wait, this is not the right moment. We need to get going as soon as possible if we want to continue with this childish spat. Wait until we make camp. Stay calm. Calm down. We need to rely on our brains to stay alive, not throw ourselves into danger like he did. It's easy to judge in hindsight, isn't it? I'm pretty sure you have a lot of mistakes on your conscience. Ooh. Mobilaji is about to answer when he closes his eyes and slowly breathes. After a couple of seconds, he opens his eyes again and walks away. Was that necessary? What? He did everything by himself. He just saved you. I told you not to enter, but sometimes you're just so stubborn. You could have stayed silent or just said thank you. He insulted me. He helped us dig you out of there, and you only reminded him of his dead family with your careless words. Demetrius right. We don't have time for this. No, Demetrius right. Whatever. What should I have done? Just listen to his insult with a smile on my face? Anything is better than starting a fight in our conditions. Let's go back to take our belongings. Your group starts packing up, and in a few minutes you're ready to go. There's some tension in the air, but no one's arguing anymore. Jeez. That was one heck of a random event, I guess. So, I don't know if the map's gonna, like, refocus. We need to go here to the windmill. Okay, yeah. Oh, wow, what's this? Meet the local leader. Go to the local inn. Go to the marketplace. Let's go to the inn. You enter inside the big building with the glowing sign on it. There are just a few people scattered around, sitting at the tables. Most of them are locals eating or drinking something. The place is well lit, and there's the smell of food. Approach the girl, talk to the innkeeper, or leave. Let's see what this leads us. You go near the girl, and you notice she's actually reading an old, dirty book. She notices you and raises her eyes. May I help you with something? Nothing. It's strange to see a reader or ask about the book. I know I was lucky to have a good teacher. Books are perfect distraction from our boring life. I agree. Do you want to try the normal life? Heh. That's an awkward thing to ask, so I'll just agree. That's exactly my current problem. I'm running out of books, and soon I'll be so desperate that I'll have to read instruction manuals. You travel around the world, so maybe you have some books to sell? I can pay you. No, I don't. Who are you? I'm Jane, the boss's daughter. It may seem to you that I have an easy life, but someday I'll be the one in charge, and I don't know if I'll ever be ready for that day. So I'll ask about our father. My father's the leader of this place. He's a good man, and that's why the Wind Tower is always open to travelers of any kind. He's not perfect, that's for sure, but at least I'm not ashamed of him. I guess that's all I can talk to her. So, let's talk to the innkeeper. While you're walking up to the counter, the innkeeper nods. How can I help you, traveler? His art looks like it was supposed to be made in, like, red and blue 3D, but they, like, didn't finish it, so it's just, like, super blurry. I'll ask about the settlement. Most likely anything you want to know, but But I don't have much work, so feel free to ask. Eventual problems, ask about the inn, ask about security, ask about the leader, ask about the Wind Tower. I'm only really curious about the Wind Tower. It's the gift God granted us, our divine blessing. We would have no power without it, no hot water, and no light. Our ancestors were lucky to find this place. That's really all I'm curious about. I don't really need to buy food, so we can just leave. So how about we go to the market. We reach the market area. There are different booths and shops around, and this is the only place in the entire settlement that seems alive. Approach the tools trader, food trader, weapons trader, ask for some information. Let's go with tools. On the top of a house there's a white sign on which the words "Crappy Tools" is written. A boy in his 20s greets you. Welcome, travelers. I will satisfy all your desires. That doesn't make any sense. Buy some tools. Let's see what he's got. Okay, so which one is me and which one is him? Because I have no idea. Okay, I guess I'm willing to bet that this is him and this is me. Alright. I've seen a lot of... what? I don't understand this at all. Torch, rope, heavy clothes, trap. So, okay. Ammo you will get 22, ammo you have to pay on 38. Amount of ammo in the DL 116. I don't understand this at all. This is so unintuitively designed. This is terrible. A gun, weapons, miscellaneous stuff. I can also sell some medicine. Okay, so okay, you know what? I'm just not gonna bother. Let's go meet the local leader. The local leader, Maximilian, lives in a big house not too far from the tower. There's a bell next to the door. You ring it, and after a couple of minutes he comes to welcome you. Greetings, travelers. How can I help you? Can I ask some questions? I don't have much time. If you want to chat, feel free to talk to my citizens, but if you need something important, then go on. I guess we'll ask if he needs any work. Has any work? Work? Let me think. There may be something for you if you don't mind wandering around ancient cities. There's a city not far from here with a big church. Here, let me show you the place on your map. You could really use some sacred objects, anything you find in there. Books, crosses, icons. The more you bring me, the higher reward you'll get. We need faith more than anything in these dark days. So I'll ask how the situation is. Pretty good, I'd say. You have pretty much everything under control, and, well, having electricity is amazing. I'll leave. Thank you for your time. Okay, so wait, we came here to talk to Jerome's friend. Didn't he say he was... Oh yeah, that's right, he was a weapons trader. Duh. You entered in a particularly well-built brick house. Inside, you see an old man surrounded by innumerable weapons placed on tables and shelves all around the store. He raises his eyes and greets Jerome. How are you, old man? Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. What, he's Australian now? I'm so happy to see you. What brings you here? I thought you decided to leave Vale some time ago. We had a little problem, and that's the reason we're here. I think you can help us with this one. Sure, feel free to ask anything you need. Except for weapons. You'll have to pay for them. Don't worry, you greedy. We just need information. Several days ago we were attacked by some bandits. They captured us and brought us with them. Suddenly some well-equipped people came out of nowhere. I can assure you I've never seen people with such nice equipment. They had high-tech stuff. They weren't just some random bandits. I suspect they're a mercenary group. Mercenaries, you say? Well, it's hard to see mercenaries around here, but I may know a man who could lead you to them. His name is Fang. He's quite a loner, but we became kind of friends, and he's always paid me a visit when he's here at the Wind Tower. I warn you, those mercenaries sound dangerous, and chasing them doesn't look like the best idea to me. Anyway, you'll find Fang south of here. He lives alone in a hut. Here, let me show it on your map. Well, at least we have a track to follow now. Thank you very much, Robert. Not a problem. Now, is there something else I can do for you? Let's see. Ask about his wares. I have pretty much everything, from simple blades to the best guns. I bet that the weapons you're searching for is somewhere in my shop. Is the gun... Okay, the weapon interface for trading is the same as the other, which is unfortunate. I may have to look up a tutorial on how to do this trading, because this does not make any sense. So, but I can do that some other time. Alright, so I think that's all we needed. We're ready to leave. Alright, so let's look at our grand old map. Alright, so the dude wanted us to go up here to this town, and that's where Fang is. So, you know what, we'll go up. We'll see what kind of rewards we can get from a quest. We'll go explore this house. Your sleep is again haunted by strange dreams. You dream again about yourself, in a different time and place, a place made of metal and electric lights. Hey, wake up. They gave us a new task. A man is talking to you. He looks familiar. Again? Yeah, I know, but we have to go. You see a woman entering the room and smiling at you. Just wake up and prepare yourself. The scene suddenly disappears. You are now weak and aching, capable of seeing only white and gray, and you feel like you're freezing. You wake up, sweating and breathing heavily. You're in your tent and the sun is rising. It's time to go. Alright. Okay, we're gonna scavenge. Find an abandoned house. We'll take 6 hours. You managed to search part of the building, but the path ahead of you is collapsed and seems to be dangerous to proceed. Okay, wait. So did we get the grappling hook from the merchant? I don't know. We'll use the grappling hook. You managed to reach the upper floor. Ooh, cutlery. So glad we diverted our task. While you're traveling, you suddenly find your group surrounded by some poorly equipped raiders. They outnumber you and angrily ask for food. Otherwise, they will kill you. Pay the toll, 6 food units, threaten them, or fight them. We're going to threaten them. You have to fight. Okay. They're raiders, HP 150, morale 75. You are in open space, combat type, melee. Enemies receive negative 47 HP and negative 9 morale points. Group receives negative 9 HP and 2 morale points. Okay. Hostile horseman is charging in your direction. I'm gonna shoot him. Nice. I got him. I guess we'll continue with melee. Push away from the first line, 2 enemies moved forward. You know, I have a lot of ammunition, so I'm just gonna shoot these guys too. Except I missed. Still melee fighting. One of your companions has fallen to the ground and is about to get beaten. Well, I guess I'll shoot him. Yep, and you successfully shoot your enemy. And we'll finish off the bandits with some melee combat. Killed every enemy, the fight is over. Okay. No loot? Fine. Okay, so... Alright, so you have to, like, pop the map out and pop it back in order for it to center on your crew, which is strange. The ancient church is not hard to spot. Obviously, it's like a cathedral, since it's probably the most beautiful building you ever saw, despite the damages of time. Look at this place. It's one of the biggest buildings I've ever seen. This church was a holy place. Let's hope that people have shown a little respect to the house of our Lord. They can't respect other people. How do you expect them to respect beauty or holiness? There are some really religious people, you know. Yeah, I met a lot of them. The big wooden door stands in front of you, slightly open. Nothing but silence comes from the inside. Go inside. You go through the doors, and you start to smell the scent of rotten meat. Despite the chaos, the church is still quite beautiful, and its colorful windows allow some light to enter the building. This place smells like dead animals. And I'm afraid we'll soon discover why. Jerome looks around for a moment. Did you hear that too? The place seems safe and silent, but the lighting is poor, and you can't really see if there's something dangerous ahead of you. Try to make some noise to see if something happens. Yeah, we'll do that. You start beating on the ground with a stick. After some seconds, you hear some faint noises coming from the darkest depths of the church. You're unable to see anything. I bet most nomads' families died because of something evil hiding in the darkness. Bloody darkness anywhere. The ancients relied too much on their lights. I think this church was built before mankind discovered the miracles of electric energy. But don't ask me why they like dark and gloomy places like this. Go ahead and reach the pedestal and inspect the seats. Searching for anything dangerous. You take a closer look around. A lot of bones are scattered around. Most of them seem really old. You are unable to see anything that looks human. There are bones everywhere. Let's take what we need and leave as fast as we can. I guess we'll go ahead. You start to... Oh, that's nasty sounding. Start to walk towards the pedestal, but you hear some strange noises again. This time everyone hears them, and it becomes clear that there's something bigger than a rat inside the church. After a couple of seconds, everything is calm again. You look into the darker areas, trying to discover the source of the mysterious noise, but you're unable to spot anything. What? Did you hear that? That sounded like something big. Big and hungry. Keep your weapons ready. There could be a mutant around. What? A mutant? You turn your attention back to the pedestal, and what you see is strange. There are various objects on the pedestal, and they seem to have been used recently. What on earth? The strange composition is mostly made of what you are searching for. When you are about to touch a beautiful decorated Bible, you hear some monstrous growls coming from the darkness. Demetra throws her torch into the darkness, and you spot something horrible. 3 mutants are looking at you with an expression of pure rage, and you can see more of them moving in the darkness. Okay, so there are mutants in it? What on earth? This doesn't make any sense. Holy crap, they're everywhere. It's hard to tell how many there are, but there's at least a dozen of beasts lurking in the darkness. The main path leading out of the church is blocked. What are they? God-worshipping mutants? Why do they care about some cross? This place was built to impress people with the power of God, and they are more human than you think. The mutants are not attacking you. They just keep making inhuman sounds, looking at you as if threatening you to leave the objects untouched. Run away, throw an explosive, fight the mutants, grab the objects, set the place on fire, shoot the mutants. We don't know how many of them there are, so I'm going to run away. The main entrance is blocked by many mutants, and you'll have to fight if you want to pass through there. There is a door leading to the inner rooms, but you don't know if you'll find a way out of there. Search for a way out of the inner rooms. Quickly grab the decorated Bible from the pedestal and then yell, "To the back rooms!" Why? I didn't tell you to grab the Bible, you idiot! You and your companions rush towards the small door and start running through the dark corridor. You pass beyond many doors leading to nowhere, but then you see the bright daylight and find a small wooden door leading outside. You break through it, and you're finally out of the church. Mobilaji blocks the passage, pushing a dumpster in front of it. The mutants can't easily reach you now, and you have all the time you need to safely escape. After some seconds, you turn to take a look at the church. Not a single mutant is coming after you, and you can safely leave the area. Well, apparently this game is like super mega sci-fi now as well, because we've got mutants. Didn't hear anything about like a radioactive apocalypse, so I'm not entirely sure what where these mutants came from. But I think that's going to be a good place to end this episode. But it was fun, as it always is, and I shall see you guys next time.